rather than by additional borrowing.
Question number 5, Jacinda Ardern.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is to the Minister of Social Development. Does she have confidence that work and income meets their own case management approach expectations?
Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable Chester Borrows.
On behalf of the Minister, yes. Work and income deal with 147 million transactions a year. That's 2.8 million transactions a week and 403,000 transactions a day. I believe work and income staff work very hard and I back them.
Jacinda Ardern.
Supplementary to the Minister. Does she believe the level of support a sole parent on the DPB can access in order to move into work or education is sufficient?
The Honourable Chester Borrows.
Yes, there are a number of benefits and assistance packages that a woman on the DPB or anyone on the domestic purposes benefit can access in order to get into education. It depends on which level of education they wish to access as to how those benefits will be applied, but they are available, for instance, for university study, student loans and allowances for lower level 1, 2 and 3 levels of qualification that they are seeking. They can still receive a TIA.
Jacinda Ardern.
Supplementary to the Minister. How much can someone on the DPB who wants to move into education, has one dependent child and no income, receive per hour per child to assist with childcare?
The Honourable Chester Borrows.
It is a very precise question given the primary question, Mr. Speaker, but as I understand it, that a person on the DPB and with one child, she is able to receive a benefit, the normal domestic purposes benefit. She may well be entitled to accommodation supplements. On top of that, she is also entitled to early childhood education and childcare allowances. On top of that, she is able to receive student loans in respect of course-related costs of meeting the fees for each paper, and also a $1,000 grant for course-related costs.
Jacinda Ardern.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker. I seek leave to table the details of the childcare subsidy, which state that the mother shall be...
Before we go into that, what is the source of this document?
It is available publicly, but given the Minister was unable to answer the specific question, that it's $3.84.
No, order. Order. No, it's just grandstanding. We don't do that under point of order. Silly me. Let me reword that. We shouldn't do that under a point of order. Jacinda Ardern, supplementary question.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. What is the difference in support a solo mum with one dependent child and no income will be eligible for if she wishes to study and approaches StudyLink versus if that same solo mother went to WINS? And why is there such a difference?
The Honourable Chester Borrows, insofar as he's able to, given the breadth of the primary question.
Yes, on behalf of the Minister, I would draw attention to the Speaker to the breadth of this question away from the primary question, which related to expectations of people approaching a case manager at work and income.
Jacinda Ardern.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker. The original question obviously relates to an issue of the day where work and income have given inadequate advice to a DPB mum, and part of that was her getting very different advice from both StudyLink and work and income. So all of this does relate to the adequacy of the advice that work and income staff are providing to clients.
Order. My advice to the member is, if she wants ministers to have that kind of detail available to answer questions, make the primary question more clear. With all respect, this primary question is very broad, and it's not reasonable to expect the minister could have that level of detail given that primary question. Does the member wish to ask further supplementary?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Supplementary to the Minister. To what does she attribute our status as having one of the highest rates of unemployment for sole parents in the OECD, next to Turkey and Malta, a lack of willingness to work, as her welfare reform package implies, or the barriers to work, as the reality suggests?
The Honourable Chester Borrows.
On behalf of the Minister, the finding of New Zealand's provision of services to people wishing to study in receipt of a DPB in respect of other OECD countries was not made by the New Zealand Parliament, but actually, by the Minister, but in fact by an independent organisation. It's interesting to note that there are lots of assistance available to sole parents. Even without the TIA, there's extensive support available for DPB recipients studying at a tertiary level, including interest-free student loans, student allowances, childcare subsidies, accommodation supplement, OSCAR subsidies, 20 hours free ECE, temporary additional support, special needs grants and so on, and these are not available in many other countries.
Question number 5, Jan Logie.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.